This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
There is an ancient custom to eat dairy products on Shavuos, to have chalavi, to have dairy. Many, many reasons are given. The earliest reason for having dairy on Shavuos is brought in the Kolbai. The Kolbai says, you know why we have dairy on Shavuos? Because there's a pasuk in Shir HaShiurim, Dvash v'chalav tachas l'shaynech, that the Torah is nimshal, the Torah is compared to honey and milk. Honey is one type of taste. Milk is another type of taste. The combination of the two produces the most delectable taste. The reason we have dairy on Shavuos is to teach, is to demonstrate, is to engender. Torah is delicious. It's so sweet. It's delectable. There's no greater pleasure. There's no greater enjoyment. The Torah is like milk and honey. That's why we have dairy products on Shavuos. You know, there's an interesting lavush. The lavush says that before we perform any mitzvah, we make a bracha. Before we put on tefillin, we make a bracha. Before we put on tzitzis, we make a bracha. And before we learn Torah, we make a bracha. So one may think that the blessing we make on the Torah is a birchas ha-mitzvah, a blessing we make before the performance of a mitzvah. But in fact, says a lavush, that's not quite the reason why we make a blessing on the Torah. You know why we make a blessing on the Torah? We make a blessing on the Torah because the Torah is a pleasure, is hana, is benefit. The same way you make a bracha on bread, you make a bracha on milk, you make a bracha on iced tea, you make a bracha on pizza, because it's asar la'adam lehana ba'olam hazeh b'li bracha. It's prohibited to get enjoyment in this world without a blessing. Torah is literally physical pleasure. You have to make a bracha on the Torah because it's hana. The lavush says this is what it means that the first Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, because the people did not make birchas haTorah. You think they didn't really make birchas haTorah? How could that be? Chazal tell us nobody knew why the first Beis HaMikdash was destroyed. Not the prophets, not the sages, not the angels, until God had to reveal, because they didn't make birchas haTorah. So what's the big secret? Nobody knew that people were coming to learn without making birchas haTorah? The answer is, of course they made birchas haTorah. But they were making a blessing on the Torah as if they were performing a mitzvah. What their mistake was, is they weren't making a bracha on the Torah because it was an enjoyment and it was a hana. They treated Torah just like a mitzvah. Torah is more than a mitzvah. Torah is happiness, it's well-being, it's enjoyment, it's pleasure. We make a blessing on the Torah because Torah is chalavi, it's delicious, it's delectable. Devash v'chalav tachas l'shaynech. This is the oldest, most authentic, ancient reason for having milchiks on Shavuos.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.